What is up, guys? Loser Manic here, and this is a different angle because today I want to talk about a YouTube comment. I usually don't go through something like this, but I feel like I need to kind of explain myself, kind of go in what I'm talking about, because and this isn't me like saying feel bad for me or whatever. I just want to talk about this because this is something that it's ridiculous, and I feel like I need to talk about it. So in one of my videos I made, I think 2 weeks ago or so, I talked about the fact that I was excited for The Last of Us Part 2 winning Game of the Year. And it was mostly to piss off the people who were not only hating the game, but also those same people hating on others who enjoyed the game. Now, in my video, I clarified this multiple times, alright? I said this isn't a target towards people who hate the game, because I could care less if you hate the game. But if you hate the game and then proceed to shit on others who dislike the game, who actually enjoy the game, then you are the problem. I have specified this multiple times. If you watch the video, you would see. And second of all, I didn't care. I won't care if, or I wouldn't have cared if it lost, because at the end of the day, it's just a stupid award. And yeah, before I start, some fuckers are shooting fireworks in the backyard. It's like 3:29 p.m. It's like 3 p.m. So if you hear noises and if you hear a dog whining, just know that they're shooting fireworks. It's like right across the street from here. So yeah, and so yeah, it's under a video called and I won't show the video because I'm not good at editing, so just know if you go onto the video called My Reaction to The Last of Us Part 2 winning Game of the Year, I specify multiple times that this isn't for people who hate the game but then respect the opinions of those who enjoyed the game. If you hate the game, that's fine. If you shit on others who do, if you shit on people who do enjoy the game, though, you are the problem. So let me clarify this one last time. If you like the game, awesome. If you voted for it because you like the game, awesome. If you voted for it, if you didn't vote for it because of the fact you didn't like the game, fine. But I made this video purely to piss people off, or mostly to piss off those people who hate the game and were being mean to people who were enjoying the game, which has happened multiple times. I have been the victim of saying that I did enjoy this game, and then people tell me to kill myself or something like that. So, because I don't want to give this guy credit, and due to the fact that I'm still in my cyberpunk addiction phase, I'm calling this fucker Silverhand. So, yeah. So, he probably didn't watch the whole video because he would have known about the fact that, I wasn't targeting any respectful people. I've known people. I've had a conversation with some guy who hated the game, or disliked the game, but then proceeded to respect my opinions. I voted for the game because of the fact that I've played it, unlike any other game, so I enjoyed it. You also know that there's a game called Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. If I pronounce it wrong, I am truly sorry. I do mention that because that was the game that came in second. So again, I don't care. At the end of the day, it's just fine. But I do want to talk about this, kind of give my opinion and give my side of the story, because also I did reply back. I didn't reply to like the whole thing because I was just so tired. I wanted it over with. But so if my response does seem a bit terrible, just know that that's why. I was so tired. I just wanted to go to bed. So yeah. So I did mention multiple times. I said bitch babies, but this person says piss babies. So just know. So Silverhand says piss babies ? Taking it like a man ? I see you didn't buy the game. You're just glad we got ripped off. First of all, I did buy the game. It wasn't through my own money. It was through my mom's money that she got me for my birthday, which means it is now technically my money. Technically speaking, I did buy the game. I used my dad's credit card, but then I did pay him for it. So in actuality, I did buy the game. I have the game. I own it as we speak. It is downloaded as we speak. So yeah. So to say that I didn't buy the game is stupid, because you don't know me. You don't know what I did or didn't buy. So therefore, I did buy the game. And you're just glad we get ripped off. No, I'm not glad. All right? Look, think what you will about me, all right? I understand that in my videos I come across as a asshole and a weirdo who likes porn for whatever reason. But I'm not glad that anybody got ripped off. I just feel like I don't have high expectations for games. If you have high expectations for games, that's fine. I don't. It takes a lot for me to hate a game. And if I was glad someone got ripped off, I probably worked on some of the other games. Which I didn't. I don't work for anybody. So to say that I'm glad people got ripped off, I would have been if I was working for an opposing company. And then they go on to say, the people like you celebrating and flexing a rigged woke award, you didn't buy the game, you didn't play the game, you were just happy to be destroying things like a movie franchise, a comic book series, a game studio. Okay, let's take this line by line. The people like you celebrating and flexing a rigged woke award. In my defense, I didn't know that. To be fair, whenever I voted, The Last of Us Part 2 was on top. So, if the ghosts of... I was going to call it GOT. So, if GOT did lose, if they were in front but then they lost, I'm truly sorry for that. I didn't know. I don't pay attention to these awards, but I thought, at least I have a game in this list that I've played. Let me put in my vote. You didn't buy the game, specified that already. You didn't play the game, yes I did. I have specified multiple times that I even reviewed the game myself. So in order for me to not play the game, how could I review a game that I have never played? All of the games I talk about, I have played. I talk about my first thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077. I have that game. As we speak, it is currently paused in another room. I have played the game. I own the game. But I guess I can't talk about it because I haven't played it. So I have beaten the game. I've played it. I've beaten it. I know what happens. All right. So I don't know what they mention it later in the video. So maybe I'll go through. This is gonna be a lot of talking. So. Yeah, you were just happy to be destroying things like a movie franchise, a comic book series, a game studio. I don't have that much power. Alright, I'm just one guy with 16 subscribers. I don't have the power like, say, Philip DeFranco, Jacksepticeye, Scarce, Keemstar, to just say, this game sucks, go hate on the people. I don't have that power. If I do, I definitely wouldn't do that. It's nothing in my right to destroy a company just because I don't like it. Alright? I don't like superhero movies. You don't see me going out and trying to boycott the fucking Avengers, because I don't do that. So then they continue. You are just glad to be ruining these things we enjoy out of your own pettiness. No, I'm not ruining things you enjoy out of pettiness. I'm pissing people off who piss me off out of pettiness. So I guess you're right there. But do I take pleasure from it? A little bit, but do I do it purposefully? No. Again, this isn't to attack everybody who hates the game. This is to attack those who dislike the game but then shit on others who like the game. I've mentioned that before. And if I didn't, I will say this right now. I'm sorry to if there was any miscommunications. So, yeah. So they said, I'm a consumer. I paid money for the things I am a fan of. I should expect something for years of loyalty and support. I'm going to say this once again. I'm a paying consumer. The quality and expectations changing for a whole different audience and demographic altogether means I'm allowed to fucking close my wallet. Now, I'm a consumer. I paid money for the things I'm a fan of. I do agree on that. If you're a fan of something, you have full right to pay full money for it. I should expect something for years of loyalty and support. Yes, I do agree on that. And I know an example of this too. Whenever Cyberpunk 2077 came out, well, okay, no, I can't give that example because I'm one of those people where it takes a lot to hate a game. But, yeah, I pay money for the things I'm a fan of. I should expect something for years of loyalty and support. That I agree. If you support a game, you should get something out of it. And then he clarifies again, he's a paying consumer. The quality and expectations changing for a whole different audience and demographic altogether means I'm allowed to close my fucking wallet. Or I'm allowed to fucking close my wallet. See, I'm stupid. So this whole thing... Hold on. The quality and expectations changing for a whole different audience. Again, stupid, big words. I'll give you that one. Your demography, I think he means demographic. You didn't buy the game. You didn't financially support the game. You didn't put a dime into the purchases. We did. To be told it wasn't for us, after the fact, we could have returned the pile of shit. But for you, the woke fuckheads who didn't have to buy it or play it, but boast about it and spread woke journalism articles about it up and down Twitter. I think he means Twitter. To talk down on us when our purchases should be credited to the studio's benefits. Okay, this is a lot to take in, so let's start here. Your demographic. My demographic hates the game also, alright? I know people, I'm pretty sure a lot of the times people who hate the game are people my age. I just happen to like the game because I don't put games in high expectations. If you put games in high expectations, because... Hold on, let me back up. I don't put games in high expectations because if I were to, I could be disappointed. That's why a lot of these times you see games that I review, I actually really enjoy. The Outer Worlds, that game was a hit or miss. I love the game. Even Cyberpunk, a game that it's very split, but mostly towards people disliking the game. I really love the game. I'm close to beating it. I really love the game. So, yeah. So, and by saying my demographic ruins something, just seems a bit of a weird way to put it. You didn't buy the game. I did. You didn't financially support the game. I didn't know there was a thing where you could financially support it. If by that you mean I paid money for it. I mentioned before already, I did. But if it was a case of like financially supporting the game, I can't because I don't have a credit card. So therefore, and I can't just ask my parents to be like, hey, can you support this game? Because they use their money for their own uses to... Sorry about that. That was the dryer. To financially support me and my sister. So I can't just be like, hey, can you financially support the game? To a game I didn't even know I was going to be getting in the first place. So, yeah, so you didn't put a dime into the purchases, we did. If by that you mean that you're going on the fact that I don't have the game, I don't own the game, I've never played the game, I have. And this is the shit that pisses me off. It's people out there saying that you didn't play the game, but yet here I am saying I do play the game. You don't even know anything about me. You just assume that I'm just some random guy who enjoys pissing people off for the sole fact, or for not liking a game that I supposedly have never played, which I have. To be told it wasn't for us after the fact, we couldn't return the pile of shit. I never said it wasn't for anybody. Alright? Again, this is on a video where the whole core message at the end of the day was don't hate other people. Look, say what you want, alright? The message I'm trying to bring across to this is don't hate others who like something. Alright? That was the end message, even though I might have been aggressive about it. I'll admit, I was being a bit too aggressive with it. Alright? I'll come out and say that. But, so, I'm not trying to stop anybody from playing any game. If you want to play a game, that's fine. I'm not trying to say it isn't for anybody. I'm just a guy who knows fuck all about anything. I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody, all right? So I'm not trying to persuade anybody to do anything. You can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to say that I support people who didn't like the game, but also are nice to people who do enjoy the game. And like I mentioned before in my Last of Us Part 2, or like I mentioned in a couple of my videos, in my Last of Us Part 2 review, there was a guy who commented on the video saying, look, I don't agree with your opinion, but I support your, or even though I don't agree with you, I support your opinion. The fact that there are people out there who hate you or who are getting angry at you for liking a game is ridiculous. So I am getting support for people who who respect my opinion even though they don't agree with it. And those are the people I support, but it's the people who shit on my opinion when they don't agree with my opinion. Those are the people I'm attacking. I've said this multiple times in this goddamn video. I've even mentioned this once or twice in the video. And you wanna know how I know? Because I made the fucking video. So, yeah. But for you, the woke fuckheads who didn't have to buy it or play it, but boast about it and spread woke journalism articles about it up and down Twitter to talk about on us when our purchases should be credited to the studio's benefit. Okay. Again, buying it and playing it, I've said multiple times, alright? But boast about it in the spread of woke journalism. Who do you think I am? I'm just one guy who just happened to make a video, talking about or shitting on people who disagree with your opinions, or who shit on you for having an opinion. That's about it. Yes, I did say that I respect the people who voted for the game to piss people off. All right, I appreciate those people because they aren't about, because they're all about playing a game. They don't care about a game. I will admit to that. Voting for a game just to piss people off is stupid. But I voted for the game because of the fact that I've played the game. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. Of all the games that was listed under The Last of Us, along the categories of The Last of Us 2, I haven't played except for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I will admit, saying I support the people who were voting on a game purely to piss people off is a bit much. I will go on ahead and say that. But I respect those people to do so because they don't like listening to other people, and that's something I appreciate. And spread woke journalism articles about it up and down on Twitter. I'm barely active on Twitter, so there's no way I could do that. I didn't even link anything. All I said in the description was, yes, I'm being braggy. Let me be braggy for 9+ minutes plus. Well, please. So I'm not supporting any journalism. I'm just one guy. If I was to support journalism, I would have basically said Last of Us Part 2 sucks, and this video wouldn't have been made. This whole comment wouldn't have been made. Therefore, this video wouldn't have been made. I don't work for anybody. I'm not getting paid to do anything. I'm just here pissing people off because that's what I like to do. And they say when our purchases should be credited to the studio's benefit. I will agree that if you did support a creator on whether it be any of those support sites such as I forgot, I can't think of any, but if you go on a website to purely support a company or a studio, I do agree that you should be credited for it. But by using that as your argument and also ensuing and saying that I didn't pay for the game is ridiculous, because what you're saying is that I'm not a true fan because I didn't support the game. I'm not a true fan of the game. I didn't say I was. So it says you're a fucking hypocrite. I agree. I hate biased people, yet I'm a biased person. So I do agree, I'm a hypocrite. On top of not buying The Last of Us Part 2, y'all didn't buy Ghost of Tsushima, yet forever you tried destroying it with woke PC bullshit about how the white man from an American gaming studios need to be killed because it's racist if you're white, and try to make a culturally accurate samurai themed game, even though you don't hold the same standards when Japan makes the American or Norse or British characters. But you're not here to be neutral. You admitted you're a condescending fuckhead, and you like when companies fuck other people over on quality and expectations, stealing from us, but you're just supposed to say nothing. This is a long line, so let me take it one by one. You're a fucking hypocrite. I said already, yes I am. On top of not buying The Last of Us Part 2, y'all didn't buy Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, I didn't, purely for the fact I know nothing of the game. Alright? I've heard things about it, I just haven't been interested in it. Alright? I'll come out and say I don't own the game, I haven't been interested in the game. So, and I even said if Ghost of Tsushima or Tsushima won, I wasn't gonna be pissed off about it. Alright? I'm not gonna make a video saying that The Last of Us Part 2 should have won, because to be honest, I don't give a shit. Alright? At the end of the day, it's just an award thing, and I made this video to piss people off, because that's what I enjoy doing. You tried destroying it with woke PC bullshit about how the white man from an American gaming studio need to be killed because it's racist if you're white, and try to culturally accurate themed samurai game. I have never said anything about that. Look, I don't know what he's getting at here. I never said I've never said people should die. There are people who should die, and it's those people who come out and speak for other people. Well, no, those people are fine because they piss people off. But there are some people I do believe need to shut up. Or die, according to this person. But look, I don't wish anybody to die, so, and I don't really care if things are accurate. At the end of the day, it's a fucking game. Alright? I doubt that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 in the year 2025 will have combat drones in not ADT, that's a security symbol. Or all of the stuff that you find in Black Ops 2, I'm not expecting it to be like that, because at the end of the day, it's just a video game, alright? There's no hoverboards in Back to the Future 2. Do I hate it? No. Do I wish the people who made the game should die because they made an inaccurate portrayal? No. Not at all. I'm not here to say anyone deserves anything. All I'm saying is I just find it ridiculous on how people like you go on and hate on others for having an opinion when that's what you're clearly doing. And how the white man and American gaming studios need to be killed because it's racist if you're white, and try to make a culturally accurate samurai themed game. Alright. Look, I know I'm not gonna come out and speak for every white guy ever. I don't make video games. If I did, it would be god-awful. It would definitely be worse than any of the terrible games. It would probably be even worse than that Atari E.T. game, which apparently Last of Us Part 2 is worse than, but whatever. So I don't find it racist at all. Again, I don't know this stuff. I just made this stupid video to piss people off. And it's clear if you actually watch the video and then come with the exception or with the expectation of me knowing what the hell I'm doing. Alright, I'm a dumbass. I'm willing to admit that. I'm a dumbass who knows nothing. But to come out and assume all this shit about me, it's just fucking false. Alright? There have been certain things that I have done that I regret. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Never mind. Even though you don't hold the same standards when Japan wants to make American or Norse or British characters. I don't give a shit. A game is a game. At the end of the day, If some Japanese person wants to make an American game or Norse or British characters, that's fine. Mario's Italian, yet Nintendo is Japanese. Are we gonna shit on Nintendo for not making an accurate portrayal of every Italian person or an Italian plumber? No, because it's a fucking game. It's a fucking gaming franchise that has nothing to do with real life. Video games have nothing to do with real life. If it did, think of the amount of shit it would go through. There have been times where there have been maps and shooter games that involved a school. And you know what happened? They got pulled down. So, and that is insensitive. So, by making games accurate, it's a game. This isn't a history lesson. This isn't history class. But you're not here to be neutral. I'm not here to be neutral. I'm here to piss people off. You admitted you're a condescending fuckhead. Yeah, any insults towards me is probably true. And you like when companies fuck other people over on quality and expectations. No, I don't. Alright, look, I'm a consumer just like everyone else. Alright, I consume these games. So if I was ripped off, I would definitely be upset. I feel like personally I wasn't ripped off from The Last of Us Part 2, but by saying I'm the only person who liked the game, as I'm assuming is what he's talking about, it's just not true. You like when companies fuck other people over on quality and expectations. No, I don't. I think it's shitty when companies fuck people over on quality and expectations. Alright? I think it's the people who have high expectations. Like, for example, The Last of Us Part 1, it's an amazing game. A lot of people liked it. So, a lot of times, people had high expectations for the second one, and they were let down. I don't have high expectations for games. If I did, I want to be playing a lot of games. And they say, stealing from us, but we're supposed to say nothing. You can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, I'm not the one running the company. If I was, however, I would definitely be upset by the fact someone didn't like my game. I'm not happy people are stealing from. I'm not happy stealing or that companies are stealing from other people. Look at CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk. They're allowing refunds for other people who didn't like the game. I own it, even though my mom didn't buy it, so she got a refund off of it. She basically got a free game. I'll take the salt, and you eat a huge bag of dicks with the middle finger. So yeah, I find that funny because I'm bisexual, so I was just like, yeah, I'll enjoy those bag of dicks. So I commented, I said, 1, I did buy The Last of Us Part 2 and played it, and if you check my channel, you can clearly see I reviewed it and talked about it multiple times, and I got the day it was released. Check your facts. Because personally, I believe if you're gonna shit on someone, you need to understand what they're talking about. If you write a mean comment, you should definitely understand what they're getting at beforehand. I have played the game, and I'm talking shit about people who are shitting on other people who enjoy the game when the people who are shitting on those people didn't. And it just seems stupid on how I would basically shit on people like this or make a video like this if I haven't played the game, which I clearly have. And I said, but I guess reviews / talked about a game I haven't played. But I guess reviews / talked about a game I haven't played. I think I meant to say, but I guess I haven't or I guess I shouldn't review or talk about a game I haven't played. And I said, I voted for the game because I enjoyed the game, which I paid for. Again, it was through my mom's money, but I figured since she got it to me for my birthday, it counts as my money, so then I paid for it with my dad's credit card because he knows about it. 2, just because people buy The Last of Us 2 doesn't automatically mean we have to buy Ghost of Tsushima. That one, I will admit, was pretty stupid looking back on all this, because he basically doesn't say, if you buy The Last of Us Part 2, you also need to buy that. So, I'll admit defeat on that one, because, I guess what I was trying to get at was, I did kind of bring the game in, I did bring Ghost of Tsushima into this, so something like that, I'll admit, was bad on my part. Number 3, I don't know what race has to do with this, but I never once mentioned anything about race. That's true, I didn't. And if you watch the video, you can see it was like, haha, us white guys got out easily because other Americans don't know how to write a good Japanese game. I never said that until just now, but that was a hypothetical. I would never do that. I'm not racist, I'm just an idiot. Get it right. Number 4, I also clearly stated that if The Last of Us Part 2 lost, I was going to be fine with it. Yes, that is true, because at the end of the day, it's just some rink-and-dink award. 5, comments like these are also the reason I voted for it, and why I wanted it to win. I also boasted about it winning because I know people like you who get your panties in a twist, which was the purpose. Because, like I mentioned before, I have been the victim of people who who shit on people who really enjoyed the game when they didn't. So I've been a victim of that, so that's why I feel comfortable making this video. Number 6, I'm not trying to destroy anything. I'm a YouTuber with 16 subs. How much power can I have to destroy something like this? That's what I mentioned before. I'm not trying to destroy anything. I'm just some 19-year-old dumbass making a video. I don't know where you're getting all these dumbass claims or what it is you think I'm trying to do. I'm not some mastermind. I'm just one person. Also, I don't know what these claims are with Japan and America. Again, I was tired at the time. I didn't have time to read all of that. But now that I'm sitting here, I feel like my point still stands. I don't know if you're trying to take me for a racist. Again, I'll admit defeat on that one. But you need to understand, I'm talking about a game winning and celebrating because people like you would not be happy with it. Also, you can take your middle finger and shove it up somewhere. If you still use a bag of dicks, that's an insult. You may want to leave 2017. So, that's the best comeback I have. It's just, you can take your middle finger, shove it somewhere else. I'll gladly eat the bag of dicks. But if you're using it as an insult, you might want to go back to 2017. So then Silverhands goes on to say, 1, streaming a game and talking about it and talking over it is not really getting into the game. You could have put out a video of every game of this year, and I still could not recognize you as a legitimate gamer. I still would not recognize you to be invested in the game. I am a gamer because I didn't stream the fucking game. I don't even know how to do gameplays. So by saying that I'm not a gamer just because I talked about it, it makes it fucking stupid. And yes, there are people out there who do talk about games and they play it. That doesn't mean that they're not gamers, because I'm pretty sure some of these people play games off camera. So yeah, sorry if I say some stupid shit. I am all over the place with this. This is going to be a lot of reading. This is going to be the most reading I've ever done in 5 years, I guarantee you. It's almost similar to the way that I cannot recognize a giggly e-girl with her huge tits popping out of her cosplay as a gamer when she streams a game she doesn't give two shits about gaming. Knowing full well real gamers aren't in the vicinity of her streams. It's all opportunistic grifting. Yeah, I don't think e-girls cosplaying is a gamer, but again, by saying that streaming games doesn't count as you being a gamer, that's simply not true, because there have been times, or that's what Twitch is for, is to stream games. It's for gamers to be a part of. So by saying, you're basically gatekeeping by saying you're not a gamer if you stream a video game. You're gatekeeping here. And that's how this encounter is. This brag, this flex, it's all shit-rating smugness, even with the understanding that it's rigged. Yes, I do understand that it's rigged. I'm not flexing to anybody. I didn't gain anything out of the Last of Us Part 2 winning, except for 15 views and a 50-50 dislike to like ratio. So I'm not gaining anything. I'm not gaining any money from this. If it did, I definitely would have voted. Well, since it won, I would have gotten my $100 or whatever. I'm not bragging about anything because I don't really care. I just voted for it because I played the game, and I didn't expect it to win in the first place because I understand people don't like the game. I understand it's a terrible game. I liked it, so According to you, a lot of people are wrong about being mad at a piece of garbage that they paid money for. Yes? No. No. You can... Again, I don't know where this thing is. Look, maybe at some point I did say you're a piece of garbage for not liking The Last of Us Part 2. If I did, I take that back. That is not my intention. What what people are wrong about is shitting on other people who enjoyed the game that you didn't like yourself. If you tell someone to go that they should kill themselves because of the fact you didn't like the game that they're playing, that you clearly didn't like, those are the people who are wrong here. You can hate a game all you want. I don't give a shit. Alright? Again, I don't work for Naughty Dog. I don't work for anybody. I'm just my own person. So yeah, no, I'm not pissed off at people who are wrong about being mad at a piece of garbage that they paid money for. No, if you don't like a game, you don't have to like a game. I'm not saying, look, again, going back to Cyberpunk, a lot of people don't like the game. I'm not expecting people to like the game. I'm not saying they should. All I'm saying is nothing like that line, alright? But the person you probably consider right is a bitch that didn't buy a copy or play it, but praised it for not conforming to societal beauty standards all up and down Twitter, so people could notice anything she'd say if she used a trendy tag, right? Am I not right? You are definitely not right. But the person you probably consider right is a bitch that didn't even buy a copy or play it. No. Right? If you didn't... Okay, yes and no. But in a sense, it's for people who voted to piss other people off to prove my point. That you get pissed off over a game that you hate other people for disliking. Those are the people who I support. I hate the... And yes, it is a terrible thing, I will admit it. But during this video, I am supporting people who voted for a game that they support. Or that they know nothing about to piss people off. It's a terrible thing, I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's just some stupid thing. You don't get anything out of your voting game winning. If it is, then I deserve my $1,000, whatever. Okay, the person you probably consider right is a bitch that didn't even buy a copy or play it, but praised it for not conforming to societal beauty standards. This has nothing to do with beauty standards, alright? Whatever. I'm probably wrong in this whole thing, but yeah. All up and down Twitter, so people could notice anything she'd say if she used a trendy tag, right? Am I not right? No, because at the end of the day, it's just an award show. This isn't like the Super Bowl where I put money down on it. I didn't bet anybody anything. If that was the case, then I would have made this video saying I'm $100 richer, bitch. No. That's why I cannot recognize that you played the game or paid for the game. Even when you put out praise for it, it's contrived. That's a big word. Give me a moment. I need to Google that word. Okay, I just Googled it. Contrived means deliberately created rather than arising naturally or spontaneously, or created or arranged in a way that seems artificial and unrealistic. It's not contrived, it's just... So they're saying that's why I cannot recognize that you played the game or paid for the game. Even when you put out praise for it, it's artificial. So I think what you're assuming is that I don't play the game, which... Again, I did, and I know that because you have stated multiple times I didn't pay for it, and didn't play it, apparently. So, again, going back to what I've said before, nobody has to play both, okay? Again, I admit defeat on that, alright? I was tired at the time, so... But if they are going to play one, they don't need to shit on the one that they didn't look at, but made the initial choice to shit on out of spite because it's the competition against their leftist narratives. This is something I know nothing about. Again, I'm just some idiot on the internet, alright? I'm not trying to say I'm right here. I'm just making a stupid video in hopes that someone can be entertained. I'm not saying I'm right here. And again, I'm just doing this to piss people off with no sense whatsoever. And to be honest, and get comments like this. So, yeah, nobody has to play both, but if they're gonna play one, they don't need to shit. I never shit on the game. I think that's what they're saying. Because it says nobody has to play both, but if they are going to play one, in which case The Last of Us, they don't need to shit on the one that they didn't look at, so they shouldn't shit on Ghost of Tsushima, which I agree. But I never shit on Ghost of Tsushima because, you know why? It's because I've never seen gameplay. I've never seen gameplay of it. I've never played the game. I don't own the game. I didn't pay for it. I don't watch YouTubers who have played the game. So therefore, there's no need for me to shit on a game that I've never played. If there's games I shit on it is purely because I have played it, and I have full right to shit on it because I've played it and bought it. They didn't look at, but made the initial choice to shit on it out of spite because it's the competition against their leftist narratives. If leftist narratives have to go with the fact that it's some political shit, I'm not a political person, and I didn't shit on it out of spite against the game. I shit on it out of spite against the people who don't respect opinions. Again, multiple times I have stated this. I didn't call you racist, though, so I'm willing to admit my mistakes on that one. He didn't call me racist, alright? You get used to hearing you in cases when you're not specifically the one in opposition the opposition is talking about. Hold on. You get used to hearing you in cases where you're not specifically the one the opposition is talking about. Okay, fair enough. The way you talk, I don't recognize you as an individual at all, but a piece of a group or a community. I'm not a part of anything. I'm one person. So, meaning I'm generalizing. So am I. I refer to you as a hive mind and ideology. I'm no one. Again, I'm just a person making a stupid video. You don't show any signs in your entire brag as being of your own special merit. So my claims couldn't be about you and your own delusional brag. I'm not sure what delusional is, but since it's usually negative, yes. And this isn't a brag. This is just me pissing people. If I was bragging, I would have said, suck it, you fucking losers. Last of Us Part 2 won, but I didn't. I clearly said this. I'm making this video, and I'm excited that they won to piss people off who weren't respecting other people's opinions. I've said that multiple times. But rather the entire side you're on. Hold on. So my claims couldn't be about you and your delusional brag, but rather the entire side you're on. So why attack me? You could, again, this is one of those videos that I made purposefully to get these sort of comments to let people know you don't need to agree with my opinions. You could simply just shut up about it. Alright, look, just because someone that disagrees with something you say, you don't need to leave a fucking essay's worth of a comment. So, yeah, I assumed maybe that was just obvious because you practice the same thing, attacking the entirety of a gaming community, not one specific person. I didn't shit on anybody. I'm shitting on not an entire gaming community because not everybody hated The Last of Us Part 2. I know people, I've seen people who play The Last of Us Part 2 and enjoyed it. Alright? There are people out there. I'm not the only one who enjoyed the game. If I was, then yeah, maybe I am shitting on the entire gaming community. But I'm not in this case. And yes, one specific person, one specific group of people, which I mentioned 5 times over, so I'm not going to mention again. See, I too do not, and then the comment, Silverhand says, see, I too do not have the capacity to care about sole individual person when 100 million backwards logic people really are saying that I really did want to absolutely hate the game I spend money on. Look, you can hate on whoever you want. You can have your own thoughts, ideals, whatever the fuck you want. I'm not here saying you need to agree with me, so whatever. And if I was, I would have done some sort of like cultist type thing. I'm just trying to piss people off. I cannot care about you as a singular individual. Good. In this case, I don't care about you if that's what you want. So I'll state your ideology entirely as delusional. No. You are one singular mean-spirited teenager with a copy of the same failed project that grown-ass men, married, established, working class, tax-paying veteran gamers and hobbyists, but somehow, in your mind, are piss-head little mean babies, or little man babies, for caring about the quality of a product. This is why you didn't pay. So apparently, if I'm getting at this right, I didn't pay for the game because I'm not working. Because it says here, you are one singular mean-spirited teenager with a copy of the same failed project that upset grown-ass, married, established, working-class, tax-paying veteran gamers. So, established working class. So therefore, he's basically saying, I didn't pay for the game because I'm not working. My own hard work and dedication didn't go into the money that's used to pay for the game. I will say that is true. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Do you know how much a game needs to... Do you know how bad a game needs to be to make me hate the game? There are a few things that a game has to make me do to hate the game. Alright, I'm not going to say it because I'm pretty sure at the end of the day I'd be contradicting myself in some way. So, therefore, and he says, this is why you didn't pay. Because apparently I'm not a veteran gamer. Alright, I've been playing games for as long as I've been born. Well, okay, not as long as I've been born. For like 5 years of my life I haven't been able to because I'm not a fucking whatever. But by saying I didn't pay for a game because under married, established, working class, tax-paying veteran gamers and hobbyists, but somehow in my mind they are piss-head little man babies for caring about the quality of a product. You can believe whatever you want. All right, I'm not here to say that you shouldn't agree with what I'm saying. If you disagree with what I'm saying, that's fine. There have been multiple times, especially during my railroad videos, where people have said they don't like the railroad. I'm not over here saying, well, go fuck yourself, you're wrong. Look, I'm not meaning to do anything, all right? So yeah, again, maybe I'm wrong in this sense. Maybe I am the asshole, and if that's the case, I'll take full responsibility for that. So yeah, look, and so I commented back saying, look, I'll leave it at this. The rest is on you. You can call me delusional all you want. I'm trying to make people understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, where I'm coming from is people who hate on other people for liking a game they didn't. It's probably not going to be the last time I specify this. So yeah. There are people who are wrong in this case, which is people who didn't enjoy it, but then feel the need to berate others who enjoyed the game. And I know that's a thing. I've been a subject to it before, alright? And then I say, I'm sorry if whatever I said bothered you, but if people like you who take this shit way too seriously, I'm not here to attack an entire gaming community. Because there are people in the gaming community who enjoyed The Last of Us Part 2, with some who don't, but do respect the opinion of others who do. This video is not targeted towards those people. Personally, I like angering people because I enjoy it. Even if it comes off as a bit selfish, that's the point. Yes, that is the point. Hence the name Loser Maniac. I want you to watch my videos and be like, look at this loser, right? Because that's the point. Personally, I like angering people because I enjoy it, even if it comes off a bit selfish. That's the point. I've played it and enjoyed it, and personally, I'm glad I still have the game. I very much am, even though I haven't played it since I beat it. I'm sorry if my message didn't come across clearly. I don't care about quality of a game to an extent. If I had to wait a long time as I did for the game and it's buggy and glitchy as hell, I'm gonna get pissed. Otherwise, it's fine. To me, if a game is fun, it's fun. If it's not, it sucks. I refund it or sell it to someone who wants it. Also, I'm not meaning to shit on people who work hard to be able to play the game. I respect those people, and if you are one of those people, I respect you. Again, this may have been a miscommunication on the fact that I say that just because I didn't work hard for my money to spend on the game, that I'm not a true gamer and then I didn't pay for it. If that's not what this person is getting at, then I will take full responsibility for that. However, I don't respect the people who day one, the second the game came out, gave it a crappy review over something that a company did as opposed to the game. Which, speaking of which, kind of going at this, I remember like the game hadn't even come out for as long as it's humanly possible to beat the game. I think it's like it took me over 2 days to beat the game, so within that long, it was physically impossible for anyone to give it a decent review on the game. It was actually impossible because by that time, for as quick as the reviews came in, they would have sat down and beaten the whole game, which is impossible. By the time anybody has been able to start it, there was already negative reviews talking about how shitty the game is. And so this video is towards those people who shitted on the game purely for not the quality that they were getting when it was physically impossible for them to... Because maybe they shit on the game for not proper quality that they wanted, and the next thing you know, they play the game and it's to their liking. So therefore, they're shitting on a game that they just for some other shit. Again, I may be wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong. I want to talk about this and explain where I'm coming from. Which I'm assuming is what happened, considering no one actually beat the game as quickly as they reviewed it. And with that, the people, one of the more famous game reviewer channel things or website things now put a list or put like a time restraint that says you have to play the game, or after a certain time that the game has come out, you can only review it. Sorry, if a game comes out, you can't give it 5 stars the second it comes out, purely because you didn't play the game. So that's something I do appreciate when people go out their way to do that. The ratings for games are supposed to be about the game itself, and to my understanding, people shit on the game purely because of what the company did. I do understand that Naughty Dog and I think Sony did some stuff where the game got leaked, and so they did copyright on the game. Personally, in my opinion, well, I do think it was shitty. I do think it was terrible for people to talk about the game because imagine you made a game and some leaked stuff came out. Would you want people talking about it? If the answer is yes, then I'm wrong. If the answer is no, then I'm right in this case. So yeah, and yes, some did leave a negative review because they don't actually like the game, which is fine, alright? I will admit, it's fine if you leave a negative review. I don't care if you didn't... I'm not going to berate someone who didn't like the game, because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. And yes, some did leave a negative review, which is fine. But the people who gave it a negative review the second they were able to, it showed that they didn't beat it, considering the game is longer than an hour. And that they have the nerve to shit on people like me who really enjoyed the game, and that's who the bragging is for. It's for people who the hour, because I've played the game for an hour. It is longer than an hour. It is longer than 2 hours. Hell, it's longer than 3 hours. How do I know? Because I played the game at 8 p.m. and I stayed up till 5 playing the game. Therefore, I know it is longer than 3 hours. So therefore, there is no way in hell, unless you're a speedrunner, beat the game in 3 hours. There's no way. And if there is, then maybe then it's also a possibility I'm terrible at telling time. Let me see. And then have the nerve to shit on people like me who really enjoyed the game. That's who the bragging is for. Personally, I enjoy the game. And if you don't, then that's fine. I'm not saying you have to. And I'm never going to do that ever. I don't care about the quality of a game unless it's one that I've been waiting for to talk about, or been waiting for like this. And I was really happy with how it turned out. Again, that's my opinion. If you're not happy with how it turned out, that's fine. I'm not here to say opinions aren't to be respected. I don't care about the quality of the game. I talk about this. I'm not some video game elitist, and if I was, I'm not going to spurt out a bunch of stuff just because I disagree. I move on, because at the end of the day, who cares? I may care, but it's not going to concern me the rest of the day, and if it does, then I better come up with a better way of living. There have been times where, even now, if someone doesn't like heavy metal or something, I watch a lot of like musical YouTubers, and if some of them do heavy metal and then they no longer do heavy metal, I get worried that they don't like heavy metal anymore. But that's just my thing because I appreciate music more than gaming. There have been times I've hated music a lot more than I've hated video games. I don't think there's been a video game I've played that I was like, no, I don't like this game. Except for GTA 5, but that's just because it got overplayed. And yeah, I do think that at the end of the day, if you're concerning yourself with how people think of a video game, then you need to have a better way of living, because it's your opinion is your opinion. All right, I'm not some journalist. I'm just some idiot on YouTube. So, also, quality is more of a personal thing. What some may find quality, others may find it normal. Yes. Personally, for me, like for example, Cyberpunk. I keep talking about it because it's a fairly recent thing. I talk about the fact that I do like the game, and I put all the bugs aside, because bugs shouldn't make a game. If that is, then it's probably H1Z1, which I have a feeling Cyberpunk is gonna be like that, where it's gonna be released, it's gonna be full of bugs, and then it's just gonna stay that way forever. I hope not. It's a really good game that I hope gets more appreciation. You can have your opinions, but gatekeeping something as aggressively as this seems a bit ridiculous. To me, you can still be a gamer and not invest time into anything. But if you think otherwise, that's fine. Just as long as you don't go around harassing people like that, which I'm not claiming you are. I'm just putting that out there. So what I try to do with these sort of comments is I always try and be peaceful with it at the end of the day. Alright? There have been times I have gotten shit over. I made a comment like 5 years ago on a Matthew Santoro video. Some person was harassing me, calling me stupid and whatnot. At the end of the day, I tried to diffuse the situation. I did, and ended up peacefully. And he left a smiley comment. So therefore, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say you can think whatever you want. At the end of the day, my opinion is my opinion. You're free to have yours. And then Silverhands over here says, trying to make people understand where you're coming from, question mark. You couldn't have made, or it says mad, you could have made your shady reasoning more obvious. We already fully understand where y'all are coming from. You call the community man babies for being within the right to be reasonably upset at shady, manipulative, backhanded industry practices. Okay, fair enough, alright? I don't really care about backhanded industries, because if I like a game, I like the game. And the only thing I don't like is whenever you invest your time into a game, or you put money into it on Kickstarter and you get nothing, alright? Those are the things that's the thing I will admit pisses me off, is the fact that you spent money in it and you didn't get the game, but you paid for the game, you got the game. So at this point, your opinion is your opinion, alright? They took our money. Sure, it can't be helped, fine, but to also take the integrity of gaming enjoyment and downplay it to massive praise the other game studio. I read too fast. They took our money. Sure, it can't be helped, fine, alright? Yes, but to also have the integrity of gaming enjoyment and to downplay the massive praise of the other game. I didn't downplay anyone. The only person I didn't downplay any game studio. I downplayed people, and didn't downplay anyone for working with the game. All right. I never once said this in the video. Imagine my old friend Kate, who I consider... Oh, this is the comment, by the way. Imagine my old friend Kate, whom I consider reliable, out of nowhere. Or out of nowhere for no reason, Kate stabs me in my back. And on top of that, Kate's friends make me feel like it's my fault and I'm shit, so I just deserved getting shanked, and Kate collects the money for bleeding out. Alright, that is a terrible thing, I will admit. But I'm assuming I'm Kate in this, or Kate and whatnot. So I'm assuming Kate's the gaming industry and Kate's friends are the supporters. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. All right. Again, I'm not saying that in this. I'm not saying that in this case. No company. I'm not saying a company is right or wrong in this case. I have nothing against a gaming company because I'm not some fucking elitist. Kate's friends laugh. So apparently I'm the one laughing. Kate's friends do this off-putting dance that I'm stabbed and bleeding, but they like my money. They need my money. They don't mind so much. It's the money of some that aligns itself with cisgender, straight, white male, far-right, maggot, incel. I'm not cisgender. I'm half straight. I am white, male, far-wing. I'm not a political person. A maggot. In this term, not referring to a Slipknot fan, even though I'm wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, so that doesn't matter. I am a maggot, but not in the way that they're expressing. And an incel, maybe, I'm not sure. Incel is a pretty weird word for me. Hold on, let me Google. Okay, so an incel, according to Urban Dictionary, says someone who believes that they should be rewarded with sex. And to that, no, I do have this personality where I do talk inappropriately to people, but I'm not saying I should be rewarded with sex. I'm not a simp. Alright, that dance came out of nowhere. Again, no. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't anything I noticed with my history with Kate. She hates me now, but somehow I'm the appropriate money leech. I would have to be, see Republicans are working class, we have money. Again, this isn't political. You're making it political. I know nothing of politics. And the fact that you're bringing politics into this kind of makes it stupid. I never said it's all of these fucking Democrats coming out here shitting on the games, which apparently in your case, I'm the Democrat in this case. Look, I'm just some idiot on the internet. That was a hard word to say, sorry. Whoa, not my video.
Alright, what is...
Crap. You have to forgive me for that. I clicked on a different video, so... Yeah. Oh, come on. Hold on, give me this comment isn't showing up. Give me a moment. Alright. Okay, read more. Alright, so, sorry about that. We're doing it live, so sorry I moved you guys. I hope you're fine with that. So yeah, see, and he says, see, you're only 19. I don't know yet that liberals that praise Kate are little fuckheads that take women's stuff. Does this person think what does liberals have to do with anything? I understand he's trying to make a point, but mentioning liberals doesn't mean anything. I'm not some political bullshit person. So you're 19, and again, I'm stupid, so shit like this does not belong to my demographic. I'm too stupid for this. So if I say something stupid throughout this whole video, I'm sorry. That's what it is. You don't know yet that liberals that praise Kate are little fuckheads that take women's studies and liberal arts to bitch about lack of females in fields of science, political, and medical, when they could have just fucking gone to an affordable trade school instead of cycle of college loans and not get a real fucking job. So they sell nudes but bitch about male sexualizing this. I understand that in this case it's a metaphor, but I never said anything like that. If I did, I'm deeply sorry. I didn't mean to. See, so it says, see, you are 19 and you don't understand the irony and hypocrisy of Kate's fuckhead friends. I do, but it's not Kate's fuckhead friends I'm worried about. It's Kate's friends who agree who don't agree with what she did. Hold on. Kate's the company. Yeah, I'm not a part of Kate's friends, alright? I'm the person that knows Kate, and knows what she did, but I don't. But I just because I made this video doesn't mean I agree with what Naughty Dog did, because I don't know what they did. I've specified that multiple times, and sorry, that was the laptop. I've specified this multiple times. Whenever I talk about The Last of Us Part 2, I don't know why they got shit. It may have been because of the shit Naughty Dog and Sony did, or it may have been because of the fact that they pushed transgender rights. If that's the case, I disagree, because I didn't even know there was a transgender person in the game. So I don't know what Kate did in this real life thing. See, you're 19 and you don't understand the irony and hypocrisy of Kate's fuckhead friends. You don't know the shady mess of the demographic that paid for product being disrespected by fuckheads that possibly couldn't buy the product because liberals are anti-gun and want everything fat, gay, and trans. I would like things to be gay and trans because we need more of that. Alright? We need more of that nowadays, but I'm not saying that that's how it needs to be. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. If you believe that there's cheese on the moon, that's fine. I'm not saying that. I doubt you consider at this point that Kate is a motherfucking bitch, right? Moving on. No, I do think Kate is a bitch. Alright? But I just don't understand what Kate did in this instance. Again, I'm assuming Kate is the company of Naughty Dog and Sony. If that's the case, I have no clue what Kate did. Okay? Then Sally brings me Band-Aids because I paid her to do so, because Kate can't offer Band-Aid at this direction of our relationship. I just don't trust Kate. Kate deceived me, but Kate has huge influence and already has my money. This time around. This is a lot of run-on sentences. And it has my money. It's supposed to be has my money this time around, but it's has my money, period, this time around. Period. I like Sally. Sally is new. Sally is interesting. Sally momentarily gives me some... And I'm assuming Sally is the other company of Ghost of Tsushima. Sally momentarily gives me hope and comfort because the Band-Aid is working. I connect with other people also stabbed by Kate and saved by Sally. The Band-Aid has found a security to get me past what Kate did. Okay? And that's... I agree. Sally is a good person, alright? And again, you have to excuse me if I say stupid shit. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Do you just decide Kate and her mockery are ideal to me and Sally is toxic? No. If whatever Sally did disappointed you, I'm sorry. This isn't towards people who hate Naughty Dog. This is towards people who hate other people for liking a game. I've specified this multiple times in this goddamn video. To not praise Sally, to not let anyone speak well of Sally, you'll scream obnoxious praise to Kate. I'm not saying people shouldn't praise the Ghost of Tsushima because, surprise, surprise, I haven't played the goddamn game. I didn't say that Ghost of Tsushima is a terrible game. I've never said that. I don't know where you're getting this whole thing of Ghost of Tsushima being a terrible game. I'm assuming Ghost of Tsushima is Sally because of the fact that he talked praise. The only game I mentioned was the Ghost of Tsushima aside from The Last of Us Part 2. And I know for a fact that Sally is Ghost of Tsushima because this has always been about me and Naughty Dog versus this fucking commenter so far. And I'm assuming that Sally has nowhere to be found, is mentioned out of nowhere because of the fact that it was the only other thing I mentioned. And I'm assuming that, and since he mentioned, because I also mentioned it, but he was the first one to mention it in the comments, because I can't comment on myself. I can't comment on myself first, that would warrant this thing, so. Let's see. You smear the name Sally off a fucking cliff or strangle Sally with vicious rumors. No, I don't spread shit. I'm just... you guys get the point at what I'm getting at. Whatever decided people feel about Sally, it is a fact at the end of the day that it's not like it's Sally's fault Kate stabbed me, right? No, it's not Sally's fault. Kate chose to stab me. Fair enough. I want to keep my distance away. I do not want another knife in my back that may or may not be the next launch of the Uncharted franchise. I don't know I don't know what happened with Uncharted, so... Or not again, because it's the first time it's mentioned. I don't know what happened with the Uncharted franchise, so you have to forgive me on that one. If you catch my drift now, because I don't pay attention to franchises. Except for this one and the Fallout franchise. And a little bit of the Call of Duty, but I'm a bit behind. I'm a lot behind, actually. So I guess Fallout and The Last of Us Part 2 are the only ones I follow. Kate chose to stab me. I want to keep my I do not. I want to keep my distance away. I do not want another knife on my back. That may or may not be the next launch. But you don't. So if you don't catch my drift, comma. But you don't. So fuck me. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. So he says, and the next launch of the Uncharted franchise, if you catch my drift, it's supposed to be comma, but again, period, comma, but you don't. So yes, fuck me, because this has been time consuming, because you don't give a fuck about appropriate ethics and morals. Because I don't know proper ethics and morals. I'm just some fat fuck on the internet who doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. Alright? See, I don't want this knife. I'm not saying you have to. If you don't want it, that's my choice in business, right? It's my loss. It's your business, yeah, and it is your loss. Or wait, hold on. yeah, you don't. I'm not trying to control you. I'm not trying to say what you need or don't need. If I'm the one that turns it, or if I'm the one that turns it down, if I'm the fucking idiot for learning my lesson, why would you make the choice to drag Sally by the hair instead so she can lose all her praise? I'm not saying that. This isn't me attacking the game. If I did, then I am absolutely sorry. I wasn't trying to. This isn't directed towards the people. I'm assuming Sally is the Ghost of Tsushima because I don't know who else Sally could be. I'm telling you, I have nothing against Ghost of Tsushima because I haven't played it. If I did have a problem with it, I would have said, here's my problem with it. And I wouldn't have said anything because, again, I haven't played the fucking game. So no, Sally shouldn't lose her praise for what she did. If this is where you come from and we're supposed to understand, I'm sure we understand, but we find it grossly intolerable. This is not what I'm meaning. Basically, Kate left a wake of stabbed backs, but also nobody deserved a Sally Band-Aid, and you want to make sure of that, right? No, people deserve a Sally Band-Aid because if you don't like a game and you have a game that helped you out, that's fine. We are fucking crybabies, and we can't spend our monies on the happiness Sally can provide. Again, a one-word period. That doesn't work. Because in order for a period to be at the end, it needs to be a fucking sentence. A one word is not a fucking sentence, basically, but we do so anyway, and you want to steal from a nice person like Sally and give her credibility to Kate, who stabbed us. I'm not giving anybody's credibility for anything. Just because I voted for a game that I enjoyed doesn't mean I hate the game that I haven't played. I voted for the game because I fucking played it. I haven't played the Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not going to go out of my way and fucking not vote. Just because I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima and just because Last of Us Part 2 is a terrible game doesn't mean I need to go vote for it because I haven't played it. We like Sally. We choose Sally for our benefit. Exactly. I agree. Sally fixed us, not you. I didn't say that. You didn't need to be fixed. I'm not saying that. Other people needed to be fixed, and you say, that's a fucking personal attack on me that Sally worked her ass off for credit. I'm gonna act like you like Sally to spite Kate. No. I'm not saying that you hate. Okay, let me explain this. I'm gonna explain this one final time, alright? Let's say, and I'm gonna use people for example, but I'm not gonna use the stupid Band-Aid stabbing shit because I'm too stupid to know, alright? So let's say Tom got The Last of Us Part 2, right? The same day, same as me, alright? And let's say Tom didn't like the game, alright? Now I'm having a conversation with Tom, And then Tom says, I got The Last of Us Part 2, and I go, well, what did you think of it? And he goes, I didn't like it. What do you think? I was like, I kind of enjoyed it. And Tom suddenly calls me a faggot, retard, whatever, for liking the game. Then that's a terrible person, and I'm making this video purely to attack people like Tom who don't respect opinions of others. But if I talk to someone named Tracy, who happened to also buy The Last of Us Part 2, didn't like it, and I told Tracy that I liked it, she's like, you can have your opinion, just as long as I'm allowed to have mine, and I respect people like Tracy. I respect people like Tracy who go off, and support other people's opinions when they clearly don't approve, or they don't share the same opinion. This video is meant to be attacking people like Tom who shit on other people who liked a game that they didn't. I've specified this multiple times, but apparently you're so obsessed with wanting to shit on other people that you're just overlooking that. So yeah, I do believe that in this case, Sally is a good person. And they said in all capitals, who took it upon herself. I'm gonna act like you like Sally to spite Kate. Yeah, and I do find it interesting, and I do find it funny that people voted for The Last of Us Part 2 purely to piss off people who hated on people who like the game. I appreciate those people because they're not holding back on other people, and they're showing that having that mentality of, you like a game, fuck you. You like a game that's clearly terrible, fuck you. No. Those are those people, because it shows the toxic mentality such as this, where they don't take the time to understand why, and instead just assume that just because their opinion is different from others, that basically, that apparently now I'm in the wrong for liking a game and apparently not respecting other people's opinions, when multiple times I have stated I respect other people's opinions. That would be asshole of me to do if I say I respect other people's opinions and then just go off and say, well, fuck you and your opinion. So, and then they put it in all caps, who took it upon himself, stabbed you in the back, and it's Sally's fault. Drown Sally, don't let Sally get a word in. No, you can let, Sally has freedom to do whatever. I'm not going to stop her. I'm not saying we should shit on Sally. I never once said that. All I'm saying is, I'm not going to repeat myself. I've been repeating myself this whole fucking video. But what I'm trying to get at is, the reason I'm excited at The Last of Us Part 2 1 was because I voted for it, and it was to piss off people who purely had the mentality of, oh, I didn't like the game, but you like the game, fuck you. Who have the mentality of the fact that just because you don't like the game means other people shouldn't like the game also. I like the game. I'm not expecting other people to like the game. I'm not going to hang out with people who like the game. If you don't like the game, I'm still going to, and you're my best friend, I'm still going to hang out with you. Because at the end of the day, we can have opinions. I hang out with people who don't like heavy metal. I love heavy metal. Am I going to hang out with those people who don't like heavy metal? No. Because that's like 50% of my family. Or 75% of my family who don't like heavy metal. I'm living with someone who doesn't like heavy metal. Should I be the one to go off and say, hey, that's your opinion, you don't need to like, or say you don't like heavy metal, well, I'm fucking moving out? No, because it's her goddamn opinion. She can have an opinion. That's what I'm getting at here. I don't know where this whole mentality of hating a game came from, or hating other people for liking a game came from, but I'm trying to say, you can have whatever opinion you want. And you're twisting it to basically saying that I hate a company, or that I hate a game I have never played. I don't. I don't hate the Ghost of Tsushima. I'm indifferent with it because I don't know it. I know nothing about the game. So if someone says, what do you think of Ghost of Tsushima? I'm going to be like, I don't know, I've never played it. So I know nothing of the game. I don't know who made it. I don't know the characters. I don't know the story. Don't know the graphics, don't know the controls. I don't know any characters, lines, whatever. I know nothing of the game. But I never once said in this video that I hate the Ghost of Tsushima. And if I did, then my apologies. I am sorry for that. Oh my god, this is pissing me off because my words are being twisted. And again, I'm not here to play the victim. If you think that I'm wrong in this case, you can have that opinion. But what I'm trying to say is this isn't me attacking people who don't support who hate The Last of Us Part 2. This is me attacking those people who hate The Last of Us Part 2 and then proceed to shit on other people who do. And I've mentioned that in this video also. You can and I said this video isn't for people who like the game, or this video isn't targeted for people who like the game, or people who hate the game but respect other people who enjoy the game. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this whole bragging is for people who were and again, maybe I am maybe I did just say, you know, if you don't like the game, go fuck yourself. If that's the case, my sincerest apologies. I wasn't trying to. But what I'm trying to get at here is the fact that just because you don't like a game, you don't need to shit on other people who do. And I've said that multiple times. There have been games that people... And like I mentioned before with music. Music is mostly the one that I take very seriously because I love music. But just because someone likes a band, I'm not going to shit on it for... Well, unless it's K-pop, but that's because that's just because K-pop fans, not all of them, but a lot of K-pop fans shit on other people who don't like K-pop or don't listen to it. So, but that's the only exception. And again, with stuff like music, people shit on K-pop. People shit on other people who don't listen to K-pop and saying that they should listen to K-pop. All right? Just because I've never played a game or doesn't mean I should be shit on for a game like that or something like that. I'm not getting at that. And I'm sorry if what I said, and to the person or to the man behind this account that I nicknamed Silverhands, because I'm not giving you the fucking credit you deserve. Or if you're right, then I will. Alright. If I'm wrong in this case, then I take full responsibility. But if in this case I'm right, then you need to take no one needs to take responsibility for anything. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm not saying, this isn't some political bullshit like you're making out to be with fucking liberals and shit. I don't know where that shit came from. And you're over here gatekeeping something by saying, like, just because you worked hard and all of your hard-working money went to a game you weren't happy with, and mine came from my parents who worked hard to get the money, not specifically to get me the game, but they worked hard for their money, who then proceeded to who allowed me to buy the game, doesn't mean that I can't enjoy the game. That's basically saying you don't make music, so therefore you can't enjoy music. Alright? That is not true. I enjoy music. I love music. I went and saw Slipknot in concert. I don't make music. That's the stupid thing ever. Or I guess maybe in that case, and I guess in my example, that'd be like saying I don't make video games, therefore I can't enjoy video games. But I don't work hard for the equipment to... Oh shit, my phone's dying. To make music, so I'm gonna have to wrap this video up. But all I'm saying is, you can have whatever opinion you want. At the end of the day, I'm just some kid making a video to piss people like you off. I want this sort of attention in these videos because that's what I'm trying to go for. I want these hate comments because otherwise, if I don't, then I'm the asshole. And therefore, if I get comments like these, you are proving my point. Not once did I shit on the Ghost of Tsushima because I don't play the game. I never shit on any company. I'm simply asking why people hate Last of Us Part 2. Maybe it's because of some transgender narratives, or maybe it's because of what the company did. I'm not sure. And I want to know why. So, that being said, I'm going to end this video here because my phone's at 5%. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, if you guys want to check out the comment, It's under my reaction to Last of Us Part 2 winning Game of the Year. And if you do want to check it out, I highly advise you guys do. Kind of get my opinion on it. And if you guys are coming back to this video from that video, let me know, am I wrong in this? Or if you guys are trying to understand, am I wrong in this case? Or is it the case of, like, this person's wrong, they're taking it too far, they're going over the top? Or am I truly the asshole in this situation? In which case, I will apologize. But other than that, I have nothing else. So I'm going to go charge my phone, play some Cyberpunk 2077. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. Leave a comment down below with whatever, like I mentioned before. And 100% of you who are watching this video aren't actually or who watch my channel aren't actually subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. You can always unsubscribe later if you change your mind. And hit that bell